Have you ever wondered how a small town in the heartland of India became the center of a decades-long conflict? Welcome to Ayodhya, a place whose story is intertwined with the very fabric of India's diverse cultural and religious history. Ayodhya, a seemingly peaceful town, has been the epicenter of a dispute that has spanned over several decades. The Ayodhya conflict is not just about territorial rights, but it's also an embodiment of the cultural, religious, and political complexities that define India. The conflict involves key players from various walks of life, religious leaders, politicians, and the common people, each playing a pivotal role in shaping the course of this dispute. It has influenced the political discourse in India, leading to pivotal shifts in power and policy making. The dispute has its roots in faith and belief in a nation where religion forms the core of social identity. It has sparked debates, fueled passions, and at times incited violence, leaving an indelible mark on the socio-political landscape of the country. Now let's delve deep into the origins of this conflict and understand what led to this long-standing dispute. The roots of the Ayodhya conflict date back to centuries, but the recent dispute can be traced back to 1949. Now, let's journey back through time to the late 40s, as the newly independent India was finding its feet. Ayodhya, an ancient city steeped in myth and legend, became the center of a religious dispute that would span multiple generations. At the heart of the conflict was the Babri Masjid, a mosque believed to have been built in the 16th century by Mughal Emperor Babur. The site, however, was also revered by Hindus as the birthplace of Lord Rama, a divine figure in Hinduism. The tension began to simmer in December 1949 when idols of Lord Rama mysteriously appeared inside the mosque. This incident sparked an uproar, leading to both communities claiming religious rights over the site. In the wake of the controversy, court cases were launched by both sides, turning the matter into a legal battle. It wasn't just about a piece of land anymore. It was a question of faith, identity, history, and politics. The courts, trying to maintain peace and order, ordered the gates of the mosque to be locked, barring anyone from entering the disputed site. This move, while aimed at containing the situation, only served to heighten the tension. Over the years, the locked gates of the Babri Masjid stood as a silent testament to the unresolved dispute. They were a constant reminder of the deep-seated religious divide and the struggle for dominance between two of India's major religious communities. The conflict, initially localized to Ayodhya, began to echo across the nation, finding resonance with people far and wide and becoming a symbol of the religious and cultural divide in the country. As the decades rolled on, the Ayodhya dispute continued to be a source of tension and unrest, with neither side willing to back down. The locked gates of the Babri Masjid, a symbol of the standoff, remained firmly shut, guarding the secrets of the past and a battleground for the future. This was just the beginning of a conflict that would last for decades. The 1980s saw the escalation of the Ayodhya conflict, culminating in the demolition of the Babri Masjid in 1992. The seeds of tension that had been sown in the previous decades were beginning to bear bitter fruit as political and religious groups stoked the flames of the dispute. In the backdrop of this escalating tension, the Bharatiya Janata Party, a prominent right-wing political group in India, threw its weight behind the movement to construct a temple at the disputed site. The party's leader, L.K. Advani, led a well-publicized Rath Yatra or chariot procession to Ayodhya in a bid to galvanize support for the cause. Advani's Rath Yatra, which started from Somnath in Gujarat and culminated in Ayodhya, was a significant event that brought the Ayodhya conflict to the national forefront. As the political drama unfolded, religious fervor was simultaneously on the rise. Various religious groups, convinced that the Babri Masjid stood on the birthplace of the Hindu deity Ram, began to rally for the construction of a grand temple in his honor. The tension reached its boiling point on December 6, 1992, when a large crowd of Hindu Karsevaks or volunteers descended on the Babri Masjid and demolished it. This act sparked off a chain of events that would forever change the fabric of Indian society. The demolition of the Babri Masjid led to widespread riots across the country, resulting in the loss of countless lives and property. The event further deepened the divide between the Hindu and Muslim communities, and its repercussions are felt to this day. In the aftermath of the demolition, the Ayodhya conflict became a central issue in Indian politics and remains a contentious topic even now. The demolition led to widespread riots and further deepened the divide. The legal battle for Ayodhya was as intense as the conflict on the streets. Post the demolition of Babri Masjid, the legal proceedings were initiated. It was a battle of historical evidence and religious sentiments where the Archaeological Survey of India, or ASI, played a crucial role. The ASI was tasked with conducting an excavation at the disputed site to determine whether a temple existed there before the mosque. The ASI submitted its report in 2003, asserting that evidence of a large structure suggestive of a temple existed beneath the demolished mosque. However, the report was met with criticism from various quarters questioning its credibility, leading to a prolonged legal battle. The case went through various courts, from the Allahabad High Court to the Supreme Court, causing the legal proceedings to stretch over several years. The key question that remained was, who does the disputed land belong to? Finally, in 2019, the Supreme Court of India delivered its verdict. The court ruled in favor of the Hindu parties, ordering the disputed land to be handed over for the construction of a Ram temple. The court also ordered that an alternate piece of land be given to the Muslim parties for the construction of a mosque. The apex court's verdict was based on the evidence presented by the ASI, along with other historical and legal documents. The court emphasized that the decision was made on the legal principles of justice, equity, and good conscience, and not on the basis of faith or belief. The verdict marked the end of a long-standing legal battle. But what about the resolution of the conflict on ground? The resolution of the Ayodhya conflict came under the Modi government, a landmark moment in India's history. The resolution was a testament to the power of peaceful negotiation and mediation. The Modi government, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, played a pivotal role in this process, advocating for a resolution that would honor the religious beliefs of the Hindu community while also respecting the historical significance of the site. The government's role extended beyond facilitating dialogue. Following the Supreme Court verdict in favor of the Ram Temple, the Modi government established the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra Trust in early 2020. This trust was tasked with the construction and management of the Ram Temple, marking a significant step towards the resolution of this long-standing conflict. The government's commitment to the project was further evident in the grandeur of the temple's construction and inauguration ceremony. The ceremony, held on August 5, 2020, was attended by Prime Minister Modi himself, who laid the temple's foundation stone. This marked the official beginning of the temple's construction and symbolized the long-awaited resolution of the Ayodhya conflict. The construction of the temple was not just about a structure of worship. It was a symbol of unity, a testament to the country's ability to resolve decades-long conflicts through peaceful means. The Modi government's role in this resolution was not just administrative, but also symbolic. It sent a message of hope and unity to a country that had been divided by this conflict for so long. The Ayodhya conflict, thus, found its resolution in the form of a grand temple. A symbol of faith, resilience, and unity, the Ram Temple stands not just as a place of worship, but as a beacon of hope for the resolution of conflicts through peaceful means. The role of the Modi government in this resolution was instrumental, marking a significant chapter in India's history. The Ayodhya conflict was more than just a land dispute. It was a spectacle that unfolded over decades, stirring the depths of religious sentiment and political maneuvering. Emerging from the ashes of this dispute was the Grand Ram Mandir, a testament to a saga of faith and determination. The resolution of this conflict, spearheaded by the Modi government, marked a significant juncture in India's historical narrative. Their role was instrumental in facilitating a legal verdict that appeased the majority, while ensuring respect for the sentiments of all parties involved. The inauguration ceremony of the temple was a momentous event, symbolizing the culmination of a long-standing conflict and the beginning of a new era. It represented a blend of tradition and modernity, mirroring the evolving face of India. But let's not forget, the Ayodhya conflict was not just about a piece of land or a temple. It was about identity, faith, history, and the complex interplay of politics and religion in the world's largest democracy. It is a chapter in Indian history that is etched in stone, a tale of faith, politics, and a long quest for justice.